DKU TV.
This is Dale tonight. In this week's Spotlight, we're going to be spotlighting the Poecilotheria Metallica, the Goody Sapphire Ornamental. This is my around 3-inch specimen Millinneum. This tea was well overdue for a new spotlight or a new feature for her. I haven't featured her since my 100th video upload, and after she had bolted then, so this is the first feature of her out in the open. She is really hardly ever out in the open for me to see her. When she is, she freaks out and there's nothing really to film. As that first shot you saw, I mean, that's the first time I've ever seen her down in the substrate like that, but she was just freaking out and I just happened to capture her. But I threw a cricket in there after she did that, and she actually came out up here and ate. Now right here she actually has a cricket in her mouth, or in her fangs I should say, and usually when she gets on the glass when she's feeding, she'll stay on this glass for hours. She's on this glass most of the time anyway, but I rarely get a chance to see her feed, so I wanted to actually show you guys what she looks like when she's eating out in the open. She's a completely different tarantula when she's eating, because she actually doesn't mind the light. She doesn't mind me turning the enclosure around and filming her and opening up the enclosure. If you're a beginner out there and you wonder what pokey to get, if you want to get a first pokey, outside of the price, this is probably one of the best pokies you can own as a beginner. Along with, I know other people have Regalis. I do not have Regalis. I have out of my 5 pokies of the Metallica, the P. ornata, P. striata, fasciata, and the Sophisca Highland. And this one is the most laid back and mellow of all those. On the opposite side of the spectrum is the ornata, which can be aggressive at times. It's actually charged at the front of the enclosure to I thought she was gonna eat something. I think she thought she was gonna eat something, but she actually charged the enclosure when I opened it one time. And that's the other side of it. This one is she doesn't want any problems at all. She's pretty laid back most of the time. Only time she freaks out is when I shine a light in her at the wrong time, or I move the enclosure too fast or something. She'll freak out. But outside of the price, these are really good pokies to own. This was my first pokey I've ever owned, and I really wanted to go ahead and get my favorite tarantula right out of the gate. That's why it just happened to be a pokey. It was my favorite tarantula. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten other ones. But the P. Metallica is my favorite species of tarantula, period, and obviously my favorite pokey. So I'm gonna be getting more of these in the future. I'm not in a real big hurry to get them, because I know I'm gonna be moving soon, moving to a new house, and I'd like to have the space to get them all in enclosures like this and run out a little space in my place now. So again, for you beginners, these are great T-zone, and if you have the right setup, you'll be able to see them out in the open like this all the time. They do well in small setups I've seen, and bigger ones. This is the enclosure she's in. She's 3 inches, and she's inside of a small critter keeper flipped on its side. She started off in a mini critter keeper when I got her as a 1-inch, and all my other pokies are in mini critter keepers, and they're around 2 inches a piece, give or take a half inch on all those, and they do well in them. You won't see them all the time because they have much more room to build and do their thing in there, but they enjoy the space. At least my specimens do, and I haven't had any problems with them. So as you can see here, this tarantula, she has the blue coloration and looking great, but she's very ready for a pre-molt stage, and because she's starting to brown up, and when the white areas on her, she's starting to brown up, and her blue coloration is starting to be a little more purplish, so she'll be molting soon. Make sure I update that for you guys. So thanks for watching this, guys. Take care. Have a good one.